Yes, I know. Yo, yo, yo. It's a beautiful day today. The sun is shining. Sun is shining. The rain is gone. Today I'll be answering questions and doing messages. PayPal link is in the description. Hey Ray, how's life in Scotland? It's nice and sunny here today. Spring is coming. Yeah, I'm doing well. Um, I'm doing good. Just the people around me aren't so great, but uh, yeah, life's good. Been very busy with work. I have some time right now to come on. That's why I came on to say hello to everybody. I miss everybody because I've been like working 6 days a week, and Sunday is the only chance I get to really do anything for myself. So I have a busy afternoon with family later. But this morning I said, you know what? I'm gonna come on YouTube and say hello to everybody because I miss you guys, and I haven't even been on Instagram much lately either. I just haven't had the chance. I've been so busy with business and work, which is good. I'm not complaining, but I can't come on here that much. But here I am. I can only come on when I can, which everybody knows. So it's nice to be here just to say hello. I know I'm super early. It's like 9:30 here. So I said, let me come on early, say hello, do some messages and questions if anybody wanted it. Otherwise, that all's good. I have, yeah. Oh wow, it's already 1:25 there. You gotta try. You guys are 5 hours ahead of us because England is 4 hours ahead. They actually have the same thing. Yeah, 4 hours ahead. Because Bermuda is like obviously a British colony, but you know, we always pertain things to England. I know they're 4 hours ahead. Yeah, it's good to see you too. It's nice to come on here and see how everybody's doing. If you don't want to ask a question and donation, I'm offering a free Talking to Heaven card. So if you want a spirit message, just let me know. I'll give you a card. I love these cards. They're cool. They're like mediumship cards. Yeah, the people around me are my parents. My parents aren't doing too good. My mom broke her arm. She fell and she broke her arm and right next to her elbow. So she's got like this cast on. So I'm going there. I'm actually making her and my dad lunch right now. And my dad, he gets gout on his elbow and his arms and his feet, anywhere. He has gout really bad. Like it doesn't matter like what he eats. He just gets gout and then it goes away after like 2 days and then he'll be fine. Then like a couple days later, he'll get it again. He gets gout really bad. And anybody who knows about gout, it's painful and it's not good. So my parents are getting older and older, and it's not something I like to see them, sick or injured, or nobody wants to see their parents hurt. Obviously, I'm doing my best as a son to. I went to go get some groceries for them yesterday, so they have enough groceries because my dad can't even drive the car, and my mom can't because her arm's broken. So I'm making them lunch right now. It's in the oven. It actually smells pretty good. Good thing I know how to cook. So I'm cooking lunch. I cooked dinner for them last night, and I'm cooking lunch for them today. Because these are the only days that I really have to help them out. So Saturday nights and Sundays, I'm free from work. So that's the only time I get to help them out as much as I can. This year has been a bad luck year for a lot of people. Not for me, but just for a lot of people I know personally have had a lot of bad luck. So it's like that, Nobody guaranteed life to be full of rainbows and roses and happy times. But you guys got to roll with the punches and just take it and, do what you got to do. That's my dog in the background, by the way. She hears something out there. Look at her ears. Who's that? What's the matter? Who's that? What's your matter, baby? You see somebody? Who's that? Who's that? What's the matter? She sees something out there. I don't know what she sees. Probably somebody walking by. It's like a road right out here. Need to clean my cards. Yeah, sure. Oh, cool. Yeah, my dog, she's kind of going nuts right now. Something's going on outside. She must see some dog or something. People are always walking their dog across here, so she's smelling them here. All right, I'll give you a message from heaven here. Thanks, sweetheart. I appreciate that. My parents need all the love and care they can get. I don't like seeing them, down and out. When people get older, they feel like they're useless or they can't do anything or they don't want to depend on anybody. So I try to do as much as I can for my parents because I know that they're not going to be around much longer, but I hope they are. But, we have to face reality. And I see them deteriorate more and more every year. And it's not good. It's not, it's not something that I want to see. But as you can hear the birds in the background, they're very annoying. But especially those ones. Okay, message from heaven for Ray. This is for Ray, please. Oh, that's nice. I like this card. All right, number 45. That's how old I am. Okay, your message from heaven, Ray, is I feel healthy and happy. I can now do amazing things I have never dreamed were possible, and it feels like I'm doing them in a physical body, except I'm so much lighter, freer, and more flexible. So I can do acrobatics if I want. I can fly. I can jump as high as a mountain, and I can move instantly between locations. It's magical here. The main thing that I want to emphasize to you, though, is that all the aches and pains and suffering went away with my physical body. I can breathe, see, and walk like a healthy young person now. All the limitations of physical body are gone. I am enjoying my spiritual body. I also see how I could have taken much better care of my physical and enjoyed my better health. And I hope you take this to heart too. After all, we only get one physical body per lifetime, and it's built to last a lifetime if we take care of it. So there you go, Ray. Someone in spirit is trying to tell you that they're no longer in pain and they feel healthy and happy now in spirit, and they want you to take care of your body so you don't go through the same thing. That is your message from heaven. Hey, Luna, how you doing, sweetheart? How you been? All's good? That's a cool message. I love hearing messages like that because like people think that when people die, they're like, are they still in pain or that's never true. Like people are a spirit once they're in spirit, that's it. Like they don't feel pain anymore unless they're getting karma in spirit. That's what I perceive and think. That's not necessarily what everybody thinks, but I do. I think that. Because when I talk to spirit and mediumship, I never see them in pain. They just show me what they've been through, maybe, or they might be disappointed. They have a different type of, pain, I guess. You're welcome. Oh, you lost 14 pounds and learning salsa. You love it. You're going tonight. Oh, great, Ray. That's nice to hear. That's good. That message is definitely for you then. You feel a lot healthier and happier. And obviously somebody in spirit sees that and wants and is happy for you because they know that you're doing yourself. You're doing you. It's been crazy, but all good. How's Marky? Marky is okay. I've seen better days. Not me personally. Me personally, I'm doing fine. Uh, I'm very busy with work. I just was telling Ray that my parents are not doing good. My mom fell and broke her arm, like or forearm, when she fell. Like the she broke her arm and bruised her knees all up, so she can't really do anything. So I'm trying to like do what I can for them. And my dad gets gout really bad, and he can barely move. Like he sometimes he gets it on his feet, and now that it's not on his feet, he's getting it on his arms and elbow, where he can barely move. And yesterday he was eating the sandwich that I made. I made my mom and dad some fish sandwiches. I had to like pretty much make their sandwich for them because my mom's got a broken arm and she can't, hold a roll and open it up with a knife and do it. But my other sisters and brothers, well, I have one brother and two sisters, and they're helping as well. So it makes it easier for me to not do every damn thing. So I told my parents and told my sister and brother, my other sister and brother, that I can only help as much as I can on the weekend because I'm more flexible on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm making lunch for them right now. I have some spare ribs in the oven, and I'm gonna deliver that to them, and then make them some vegetables and rice. Something that I have to make something that I can eat with one hand, so they can hold the rib and eat it. So I'm kind of teasing them because they only have one arm, but trying to make them a little happier because they're like really sad. It's hard to see your parents deteriorate. Some of us don't even have parents, but I still have mine, and it's hard to watch them suffer. So it's all good. I try to help as much as I can, be a good son, because just like I'm working with this older guy here. He's 56, and he's my cousin. And he said to me, "Don't ever feel like your parents are a burden to you. Like always help them as much as you can, because when they're gone, you'll probably regret not helping them or regret not doing that extra thing for them. So I told him, I said, yeah, I understand that totally. Like having seeing your parents deteriorate over time. Like my dad's 78 and my mom's 76. So, they're up there in age and they worked very hard their whole life. And they still think that they're 30. And they still think that they can go outside and do certain things. But like how things always happen at the wrong time. Well, like right now I'm super busy with work. So I can't just like be around them all the time, you know? So it's become a challenge to deal with them and work and everything else. So it's not a good time. It's never a good time, right? It just happens. But we do what we have to do. My parents are, they're not, stupid. They can do things, and they do what they have to do. They're just very stubborn. They don't want to ask for help. You know what I mean? Which is fine. I'm not like that. I don't like to ask for help either. But you know, I told my parents last night when I went there. I said, "Look, I can help you on Saturdays and Sundays. Just let me know what you want, and we'll get it." And my sister, she owns a grocery store, so I told them, just let my sister know what you want, and I'll go pick it up and take it to you. You guys don't have to drive there. You don't have to go to the grocery store. It's not gonna like kill any of us to, burden any of us to do that. Yeah, see that, Ray? Yeah, Maluna, I know that you guys, have lost parents and stuff like that. I don't know what that's like, so I try to make sure that I help them as much as I can. You don't have parents. My mom passed away when I was 2 years old. See, that's like I rather that never happened to anybody. Like I don't wish that on anybody. And my dad at 13, they're never in the way. I would love to have even one parent. Yeah. See, hearing things like this, like makes me want to help them even more than I do, which I already help them more than enough. I'm the only, child they have that does the most for them. And I'm not just saying that to say it, but that's true. So, because I live the closest to them. Well, I don't live the closest to them, but I work for myself. So, I can do what I want type of thing. Like I can just say, look, I'm not working today, or I need to go do this. And I'm working, yes, but I'm going to go for an hour to go see my parents or do something for someone, you know. So I can pretty much do what I want and go and come as I please. That's the benefit of working for yourself. You control your life, you control what you do. So with me, I'm more flexible because, my sister, she owns the grocery store, but it's different for her. She has to be there like all the time. She can't just leave. She can, but it's harder for her to leave than it is for me to leave. So I'm pretty much the go-to guy for my parents. Everyone else just supplies things and helps. But I do all the labor and I do all the stuff. My daddy can't cut the grass. So I gotta go cut his grass like every other week. I gotta cut his hedges. I gotta maintain his house. Then on top of that, when it rains, it pours, they say. So my dad called me at like 9:30 at night. And I was like, oh boy, this is not good. Something happened if he's calling me this late, because he's usually in his bed by then. So he's like, I heard the water pump going, and I went outside and there was all this water in the pump room. So it came from the water heater. The water heater busted. And I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. So I get in my car. I go down to my parents' house. I open the pump room and there's water everywhere. So I unplug the water heater, close the valves, and I'll deal with it tomorrow. So I told him I'll go to the store tomorrow, Monday, and go buy a new water heater and install it. And I'm like, I'm not catching any breaks here, But you know what? It could be worse. That's what I always tell people. Like, sometimes when we have this bad luck spell, just take it as you can and try not to let it break you, and just move on from it. Like, 'cause when you allow these bullets of bad luck come towards you, you can't allow it to break you. You gotta like keep dodging them and keep going against them with your shield. Like, just do whatever you have to do. Like, so I told my parents, I was like, look, just use the other bathroom, because they have two bathrooms, two separate water heaters. Thank God. So yeah, exactly. And you know what? I always say it definitely could be worse. Like, they could be in the hospital right now, or you can only have one water heater. So you have two water heaters. You have two different bathrooms. So you just use the other bathroom for now and get over it. So they were like, okay, I said it's only for tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll just go pick it up and put it in. I know how to do it myself, so it's all good. But, when it rains, it pours. It's just life. Sometimes, it happens that way. So I told them, don't worry about it. I'll deal with it tomorrow. So in about another 2 hours, I got to go deliver them some lunch. And I'm going to give them lunch and dinner. They have enough food there for the rest of the day. And then Monday, I'll be back there again to do the water heater and deal with that. It's like a never ending story. And I'm super busy with work. Like, I don't need extra work. But you know what? It's all good. Like I always say, it definitely could be worse. And I can be, in a bad place, but I'm not. That's why God and Spirit puts me in the right place at the right time to help the people that need to be helped, and make sure that I'm okay to help them. So, like I said, if something was wrong with me, it'll be a lot worse. So I thank God every day that He keeps me 100% intact so I can help everyone else. Because a world without Marky is not fun. Because then you ain't going to find nobody to help you. So yeah, that's exactly what's been going on. I'm not mad about it. It's just a part of life. You know, I'm as I get older, I realize that the less you complain and the more you do, the more you solve things, the better it gets. You know, and I listen to my elders, and they always tell me never feel like you're like burdened by your parents, or like you just like, or never feel like you're doing too much for your parents, because you're never going to repay them back for what they've done for you, and that's the truth. So that's why I don't mind doing things for them, because I know that they did a lot for me. Yeah, so it's all good. Luna, do you want a card? I'm doing talking to heaven cards. But yeah, that's what's going on, and it's all good. I'll take your prayers towards my parents if you want to, because they need help. I pray for them all the time, even when they are good. So, but so much. You could pray all you want. What's going to happen is going to happen. You know, God never promised you a perfect life. No, I'm not. I'm not talking about. I'm giving out free messages. But if you want a question, you have to pay by PayPal. But I'm giving people free messages. It's called Talking to Heaven. Yeah, and it's the option. You can have a free card, or if you want to ask a question, you got to pay for it. But I'm doing free cards. Hey, Green Eye Mystic, how are you? How you doing? Good morning. Hey, Sherry, how you been? Yeah, it's been a long time. I wanted to come on and say hello to everybody because I haven't been on here for like ever. So I had some time this morning to attend to my YouTube channel that I don't really come on. Yeah, I'm doing okay. All's good. Thanks. All right, Luna, let's see what I got for you. Okay. Number 51. Okay. Luna, your card from heaven is I have a new understanding. Ironically, I understand life so much better now that I am not physically alive. This is from Spirit, by the way. Of course, my soul, like yours and everyone else's, is very much alive. In fact, I've learned that nothing can harm our souls because they are God's handiwork. Oh, sure, our emotions and psyches can get wounded, but those are still part of the human ego, so they can be healed with the right understanding. Basically, I've learned to have complete compassion for myself, for everyone, and for those, and for the process of life. I wasted so much time judging myself and others, and I held back because of insecurities and had no foundation. Now I see that there's nothing to fear at all because nothing bad can ever happen to you on a soul level. So please learn from my experiences, live your life with gusto and joy. Little Spanish there for you. So someone in spirit is telling you, don't do the same things that they did. Have a new understanding that, life is what you make it. And focus on yourself. Don't be like them. So that is your message, talking to heaven. Green Eye Mystic, would you like a message? Today I'm doing free messages for those of you who don't want to pay for a question, or don't have a question and don't want to pay for one. I'm giving a free message from Spirit. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Yeah, I'm having kind of I wouldn't say a lazy morning, but a chilled out morning for right now. I just took my dog for a walk about an hour ago. She's in the background, as you see. She periodically goes to the window to see who's out here. But it's a beautiful day here in Bermuda. It's 67 degrees right now. Yeah, 67 degrees. Hey, no, I see you. She has diamonds in the background. Now she's gonna go sleep in her bed. See, she's gonna go round and round and sleep on her bed. There's some landscapers outside, so she hears them talking, so she thinks that they're in the yard. She's overprotective, but that's a good thing. Okay, green-eyed mystic. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything pressing to do either, but I'm just trying to chill out because I work 6 days a week. I'm had enough. So I just had time right now to come on here. I haven't been on here forever, like I said, but it's nice to come on here and just shuffle some cards and talk to people. Okay, Green Eye Mystic, your card is, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. Ain't that true? There is a divine order behind everything that happens, including the time of my passing. I realized that you weren't ready to let me go, and in many ways, I wasn't ready either. Since my passing, I've received spiritual counseling to help me see the big picture of my life and death. I now understand that I have to leave the way I did, and it was a part of my soul contract as well as yours. I now see everything in this universe is mathematically precise. That's interesting. There are no accidents. At some level, your soul knew what I would leave you before you did. We've both been preparing for this transition since the beginning of our relationship. I am grateful for all the beautiful moments we shared together, along with the lessons I've learned from the difficult times. It's divinely perfect. Yes, absolutely. We have to remember to enjoy life. And someone in spirit is telling you that no matter what happens, everything happens for a reason. It's in our soul contract. So they want you to know that remember the good times you shared together and learn the lessons that you learned when that person was alive. That's a nice card. I like the puzzle right here that they're trying to put together, like coming together. That's your baby daddy? Yeah, well, there you go. You know, you may not have understood why he went, but everything happens for a reason. Yeah, chills on the back of my neck from that. Snowed at your place? Oh, wow. Yeah, no snow here, thank God. It's a beautiful day here. It's nice and cool, but it's not cool to have like a jacket on and stuff. But it's been really good. It's been weird. Like Bermuda, we haven't really had much of a winter this year. It hasn't been cold and it hasn't been like really rainy and windy, you know? Yeah. You're welcome, sweetheart, no problem. Sherry, would you like a card from heaven? From your heavenly spirits out there? Somebody will come through. These are talking to heaven mediumship cards. So someone in spirit will have a message for you. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful week. It rained on Tuesday all day, but after that, like the heavens opened up, like, and it was like it rained, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even today, it's been like super sunny and super nice. Like yesterday was 71 degrees, and that's like, for the first week of March, that's like not normal, but I'll take it. It gives us a chance to work outside because most of my work is outside. Yeah, I was wearing shorts yesterday, and this morning I had to wear sweatpants because it was kind of cool. Because I went up at 8 o'clock this morning. I took my dog for a walk, and it was kind of like brisk. But it doesn't get really cold here. Okay, Sherry, let's see what I have for you, sweetheart. this is cool. It's the first time I've seen this card. 73. See what this message is. Okay, Sherry, someone in spirit says, I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. It's funny, when I first came over here, I had a chance to look back at my earthly life. I realized the way in which my own insecurities and fears held me back from expressing the true innermost parts of my heart. I was so caught up in my own day-to-day life that I didn't take the time to express myself like I should have. If you could look up to the sky right now, would you see I love you written by the clouds and colored by the stars? From my spiritual perspective, I know all the little things you did quietly for me, and I can't thank you enough. Love continues to live in your heart, and together we will be reassured that it can never die. Oof. I got chills all through my body from that. So, someone in spirit wants you to know that they love you, even though they may not have told you as many times as you wanted them to. That happens a lot. I've been up at my brother's in Arkansas getting snow. Oh, damn. Really? You're welcome, Sherry. No problem, sweetheart. No problem. Yeah, the weather has been like different. Like, we don't get snow here, obviously. But the lowest it gets here is like 50. And we had 50, I think 52, 53 back in February, the first week of February. Like late January, we had some days where it was like 50 something at night. But usually, like, February is our worst month for wind, rain, and February was actually a great month. It wasn't even that rainy and windy. So I don't know if we're going to have a late winter or the winter said, no, not this year, which I hope so, because I don't really want no cold weather. I love the weather like it is. I miss my husband so much. Yeah, that's definitely him. You know, I'll tell all of you what I always tell everybody when it comes to spirit and when it comes to people that have passed away that we think about and miss and care about and love. The main thing is to always remember them every day. You can talk to them in your mind. You can talk to them out loud. You can look at their picture and talk to them like they were alive. They can still hear you. They can still see you, you know, and the more you acknowledge them, the more they'll show you that they're around. But if you don't acknowledge them, then they're not going to care. They're not going to really want to come around you because they're like, oh, well, they don't care about me because they think I'm dead. You know, I've had spirit tell me plenty of times that the more you acknowledge them, the more they'll help you. Or because someone's dead physically doesn't mean they're dead spiritually. So I always tell people, like, just deal with it. Like, you know, don't think that you're crazy. You're not crazy. It's a part of life. You know, it's just like Jesus and God and whoever you worship in religion. Like, for instance, I believe in God and Jesus, so I'll, you know, talk to them, even though I know that they have a lot of other people talking to them every day. But, you know, that's why God and Jesus have put spirit on earth, so they can help us, you know. That's why I tell people, like, you can always talk to the people who have passed away. It's not rocket science. You can do it. Everybody can do it. You know, some people understand spirit life and some people are like, no, it doesn't work that way. I was like, well, whatever. You're not the one talking to them. I am. So I tell people all the time, like, I can see them. I talk to them. I never claim to talk to Jesus or God. I don't believe in that. Like, I've done mediumship for a long time and I've never seen, you know, God or Jesus or any of those type of people, you know, because that's not for me to see. You know, that's not me to like, that's like, who am I to see them? You see what I mean? That's not what I believe in. I don't believe that I have to see them to believe them, because I believe that they put spirit back on earth to help us. You see what I mean? So who am I to see the creator? Who am I to see the most powerful person in the world? I'm nobody. I'm just a regular person. I'm just a messenger. So I believe God and Jesus, or whoever you Buddha, whoever you believe in, puts our past loved ones, our ancestors, grandparents, moms, dads, uncles, dogs, cats, whatever. We all have a soul. So Jesus says, you don't need to see me in spirit. I give you the chance to see the people who you know, because you don't know me. None of us have seen Jesus. None of us know him. None of us, it's just a story that's out there that we can believe or we don't have to believe. Who's to say he's real, right? But if you believe that he's the one who puts those spirits back on earth, then that's okay. And if you don't believe that, then just believe that the people that you've once knew in life, like your past loved ones, are there to help you. That's all you need to believe, and that's that's exactly what I believe. So you don't have to believe what I believe, and I'm not going to believe what you're going to believe. You believe whatever you want. But from my experience dealing with spirit, you've seen me do mediumship and you know what I'm about. Like I said, I talk to the past. I talk to the people who have passed away, and I can see them, I can talk to them, but I've never claimed to speak to Jesus or God. That's bullshit. I don't think anybody can. I don't think that you're special enough to do that. And who are you to Jesus and God to come to you and to tell you, something like, I just don't think that anybody's worthy of their presence. That's just my belief. So take it or leave it. But some psychics claim that they talk to God and to Jesus and all that, but I don't believe that. That's like, to me, that's a load of crap. Like, who are you to be talking to them? That's just my opinion. Like, if they do, if they think they do, or they are, then hey, maybe I'm wrong. But I just believe that you can talk to people who you once knew, or people that you're reading for. For instance, I've given everybody a heaven message here from spirit. Everybody confirmed what it is. So it's that's what it is. I'm just confirming that mediumship and your past loved ones are real. You can talk to them in spirit. It's not false. It's true. But people have a different people have different perspectives of it, and that's mine. So I'm not saying that I'm right. It's just the way I think, the way I feel it is, from what my experiences are. That's what I believe. I don't think anybody's worthy to be in Jesus or God's presence, but I feel like we're worthy of his prayer, his miracles. And I feel like when I started getting into mediumship a lot more, I don't ask to see him or ask to talk to him. I just want him to give me the power to help people. Like, that's all I want. That's exactly what I want. I just want to help everybody. I don't need, anything more than that. So I guess that's why, like, I get the messages, because I don't ask for much. I don't care about those things. I just know it's real. So why am I going to worry about the rest of the fake shit? So, yeah, you're not crazy, Sherry. People think I'm crazy too, but a lot of people, look at me and say, "How the hell do you know that?" And I'm just like, and I say, I'm just a regular person. Like, I don't use my gift to do bad things, because that's not what it's for. And if you're like a psychic and you're a medium and you use it for bad shit, then what makes you think spirit's gonna help you? What makes you think you're gonna be right? What makes you think you're worthy of to talk to the dead? What makes you think you're worthy of giving that person a message for money? That's the difference between me and a lot of people. Not saying that I'm better than anybody else. I never ever said that. But my perspective on it is like many others. A lot of people think like me, and I think like them. This is a gift that we've been given to help people, not to destroy people, not to lie to people. It's to help, just like they did when they were alive. But people believe whatever they want. I really don't care. I've already proven who I am and what I know. So, like, I don't need to prove nothing else to anybody. I know who I am. I know who I serve, and I know who I worship, and I know that what I'm doing is the right thing. So it doesn't matter to me. Exactly. And that's the best thing to do, is treasure everything that you've been given. Everything that you do, all the talents you have, all the things you learn. I always feel like, I always give thanks for everything every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't pray and I don't thank God for everything that He's given me and my family. Because I know at the end of the day, life could be a lot worse. But people don't think about that. People think that they're owed something, or they need to be given something, or they should have more than someone else. Like, a lot of people, like, I can go on and on and on about this, but I'm not. Because I know people will be like, well, you don't know what it's like to do this, and you don't like to do that. And I just tell them, well, are you in the hospital right now? No. Do you have a disease? No. Can you hear? Can you smell? Can you taste? Can you see? Do you have all 5 of your senses? Yes. Okay, so why the hell are you complaining about your life for? Do you want to be blind and walk around not knowing what you see and not knowing where you're going? Think about that next time you complain about your life. The life of a blind person or a deaf person is a lot worse than yours right now. Think about that next time you complain about your life. And the reason I say that is because I'll tell you a brief story before I go. I went to the city to go get a package at DHL. And my youngest nephew, he's 12 years old. And him and I went to go pick up the package, and he was in the car. And as we were leaving, there's like this parking lot. So we left the parking lot. We're at the stoplight. And we both looked over, and we see this elderly lady with her black shades on, and she had a stick. She was blind. She was banging the stick up against the wall. That's why it got our attention, because we heard her. So she was walking, but she was like hitting the stick up against the wall so she could know where she's going. Obviously, she knew where she was, so she must live around there. So she knew where she was going. Like, you can tell blind people are smart. Like, their other senses are working. And I know that, but my nephew doesn't really know that. He was too young to really know any of that. That was like one of the first times he's seen a blind person. So he says to me, Uncle Mark, look at that lady. Is she blind? Because she doesn't, why does she have that stick? And I was like, she's blind. She uses the stick so she doesn't fall. But she knows where she's going, because obviously, she must live around here. So she's trying to find her way. People will help her, obviously. So we were in the car, we were on the street. And he said to me, I wish we can go over there and help her. So right when we said that, a woman came around the corner and started talking to her and grabbed her hand and guided her to the bank. She wanted to go to the bank, and the bank was literally right around the corner. But like 20 feet before that, there's like a little, area where she had to walk through this little barrier. So thank God this lady saw her and helped her out, because my nephew wanted to go back there and help the lady. That's how, like, he looked like he was so worried about her, and I was like, look, people will help. People in Bermuda, that, like, when they see people like that, they help them. Like, people just don't people here are not like idiots. Like, they help everyone. Like, that's one thing I love about Bermuda. Like, everybody's very helpful, because we go through a lot of shit here with hurricanes, and a lot of people here have that mentality, like, to help. Not everybody's the same, but a lot of people here are very helpful. Like, when they see you in like some situation, they will help. So when we saw the lady help her, like, I drove off. I was like, okay, well, she's got help. There's nothing we can do right now. But that day like made my nephew realize how good he had life. And I told him in the car, I said, see, imagine if you were like that, what would you do? You would have a shitty life. You wouldn't be able to go nowhere. So he goes, yeah. I said, look, this is why I tell you, don't complain. Because these people have a worse life than us, you know? So I told someone that same story last week, and they looked me in the eye and they said, you know what, Mark, you're right. I said, of course I'm right. I said, you know, our five senses mean everything to us. We need those to survive. So next time you complain about little things, remember you don't really have a shitty life until you've lost one of those senses, you know, or you're sick with a disease that can't be cured. So I kind of like try not to rub that in people's faces when they complain, but I try to just say it in a nice way so that you don't, you know, complain. Because life can always be worse. So please remember that as you go through life. We may lose people, we may judge people, we may hate people, we may love people. You know, we may say, fuck, I have no luck. My car broke down and I don't have no money and I don't have this and I don't have that. Then stop yourself from complaining and say, hey, you know what? At least I can see, smell, taste, hear, and feel. Tell yourself that every time you start to complain about petty shit, and you'll see your life will change. You know, you start to realize that, you know, life's not bad at all because I got a flat tire today. Or life isn't bad because my car broke down, or, you know, I don't have a job or something like that. So try to help people understand that, you know, life is what you make it and life is how you treat it, you know. When you're here, you're only here for so long. The one thing you're guaranteed in life is death. So you're gonna die. So this shit's all gonna stay behind. See all these hats, all this shit I have in my apartment, it's all gonna be here when I go. I can always revisit it in spirit if I have to. It's not the end of the world. You know, materialistic things, everything you have stays here and you go. Yes, exactly, Sherry. I agree 100%. You know, I try to put that in everybody's mind, you know. Um, I try not to like worship materialistic things. I mean, I love hats, I love clothes. You know, some people say I'm worse than a damn woman, but I like, you know, clothes and hats and sneakers and things like that because I never had that when I was young. I couldn't afford that when I was younger. But now that I have, you know, money to buy those things, I'm going to treat myself because when I'm gone, it's just going to stay here anyway. So I might as well enjoy it while I can. I can't take the money with me. There's no banks in the spirit world, there's no money. You just come back here and enjoy the things you have. That's all. I'm over it, you know. I'm over life being so difficult because when we're younger, we think that life is so bad, or when we have bad luck, we just think that, oh, life is shit. Like, you know, I'd rather just die, or I'd rather just do this. And, you know, I wish my life was this and that. It's not necessarily grass greener on the other side. Like, you know, a lot of people's wish is to be rich. For what? Everybody's going to ask you for money after that. You want everybody coming begging you for money? You know, I always tell people I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be poor. I just want to be me. I want to have enough money to pay my bills, live my life, and to be comfortable knowing that I don't have to work every day. That's all I want. And that's where my life is now. You know, that's where my life is now. That's birds in the background, by the way. But hey, what do I know, right? But as I get older, I'm 45 now. I went 45 a month ago. And now that I'm 45 years old, I look back at 20 years ago and I say, you know what? I wish I could have done this different. I wish I could have done that different, but it was not meant to be. is not meant to be. What's meant to be is going to be meant to be. The path that I'm on now is the path I wasn't meant to be on 20 years ago. And people always say, I look back, I could have, should have done this. But yeah, I do wish, but it wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be now. So that's what that's what life's about. You know, don't look back at what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Just live the present. Live now. Live in the now. Yeah, spirit in the background. That's pretty much what it is. Birds are spirit messages. So, you know, I guess they must be saying, yes, yes, Margie, that's true. Keep telling, preach, my brother, preach. Now the birds in the background, preach, 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 preach. Yeah, thank you. So. Yeah, see, people think that birds don't do. I honestly I can't stand birds. They aggravate me. I got a donation here from someone. Thank you for the message. For some reason, I couldn't comment anymore. Thanks again. I don't know who this is, but I don't want to say your name, obviously. But I don't know why you can't message me anymore. That's weird. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. It just goes to more cards so I can give to you guys. Yeah, birds are annoying to me because they like one time I had I have a friend of mine. I love her to death. She's a medium. She's one of the first mediums I've ever known. And she told me that, do I have like birds around me? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I said, I can't stand them because all they do is shit all over my yard and my car. So she laughed like crazy. And she was like, look, those birds are like spirit messages to you. You know, they're like, they come to you for messages. They're actually spirit. And I'm like, well, tell them to stop shitting all over my car and all over my damn, apartment area. And like, leave me alone in the morning. Like, stop waking me the hell up. And she laughed. She goes, no, it doesn't work like that, silly. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, tell them stop aggravating me. And she laughed like crazy. So I always tell everybody that story about birds. I can't stand birds sometimes. They aggravate me. But birds are beautiful creatures. They're messengers, They're messengers. So, and I saw a gray and black feather yesterday when I walked through, because I take my dog, like she has a little area outside where we have gates where she just does her business. And, if we have people around, we'll put her outside, right? Hey, Barb, how you doing, sweetheart? Good Sunday morning to you too. Good to see you. So when I walked through the gate and unleashed her so she can go do her business in there, I looked on the ground and I saw this gray and black feather. And I was like, look at that. That's a sign right there, It happens a lot. I always see a feather on the ground, It's happened to me a lot around here. Like I'll just randomly go outside to go take my dog and then boom, a feather. Sometimes it'll be white. Sometimes it'll be black. This one was gray with a black tip. And it was like kind of fluffyish. So I'm like, what bird did this come from? So it's kind of weird because like around here, there's different types of birds, but I don't know where that feather of that bird came from, because the birds that are around here, they don't have feathers like that. So it's kind of weird, But hey, it could be spirit, obviously. So, but lately I've heard a bird that I've never heard before in my life. He makes like this different chirping sound. He sings a lot, and it's very annoying. But it's I just don't like birds because they aggravate the shit out of me. But I know that it's a message, obviously, and I know spirit's always trying to get me, to do things. Yeah, it could be dinosaurs flying around. You're absolutely right, Luna. You're absolutely right. It could be dinosaurs flying around. That'll be a lot worse, I would say. Yeah, okay, Luna. I get it. I get. Okay, I'll take the birds over the dinosaurs. You're right. Okay. I'd rather have shit all over my car from birds than have fire coming out of their mouth and burn the shit out of me. Yeah. So I would say okay. Okay, Luna, you won. You won. You won that argument. Yeah, we don't have woodpeckers here. Bermuda doesn't have hummingbirds or woodpeckers. We have Bermuda's most popular bird is called the Bermuda longtail bird. It's a white, beautiful bird that has a long rat tail. It has a tail like a rat. It looks like a bird, but it has a rat tail. But they're beautiful birds. If you Google it, just Google Bermuda longtail birds, and they're very beautiful. Um, they don't aggravate anybody. They're always by the ocean, and they live in the rocks above the ocean. They make their nest there. We have those cahals, I think they're called. I don't know. And I might not be saying that right. I'm not a bird expert. We have kiskadees, which are annoying, which is the bird you guys heard during this video. Oh, nice, Barb. That's cool. Yeah, I'm lucky not to have woodpeckers and hummingbirds or whatever they are. Yeah. I mean, we don't have the only aggravating birds we have is sparrows and kiskadees and starlets. Like like the sparrows are annoying. We have turtle doves, they're called here. They're like a dove, but a gray dove, and they go woo woo. I actually posted videos of them um, living in the cedar tree out here, and they breed in the cedar tree. They actually have. I've actually seen the babies, and I went on a ladder to look, but I didn't want to scare them so much. But I videotaped the whole thing. The prettiest birds we have here is probably like the red cardinal birds or the bluebirds. I think those are the prettiest birds we have is the cardinals. The red cardinals, the bluebirds, and the long Bermuda longtails is our signature bird. Like it's actually a bird that's only in Bermuda that I know of. I mean, I'm sure they fly somewhere. They're somewhere else in the world, I'm sure, but that's our main bird. It's called the Bermuda longtail. If you Google it, you'll see it's a beautiful white bird with like a black streak going through it and a long tail. It's called the Bermuda longtail. Oh, hey, Green Eye, I missed it. Was that you that sent me a PayPal? If it was, thank you so much. If that was you, I'm trying to figure out who it was. Yeah, birds are okay. Yeah, cardinal is your state bird. Hummingbirds are great. I have lots of feeders. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a friend, my uncle in Canada. He has like one of those feeders for the hummingbirds and stuff. Okay, cool. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I know you said you couldn't comment anymore, but here you are. Thanks. But yeah, we have a lot of different type of birds here. We have crows that are annoying. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes you have to refresh. Yeah. The most annoying birds we have here is kiskadees, which is a brown bird with a black beak and a yellow chest, and they go kikadi. Those are the ones you hear in the back. They're called kiskadees, and they go kikadi. They sound like they're saying their names. That's how they got their names, and they're so annoying. They dive bomb like lizards on the ground. I've seen them dive bomb a lizard and bang the crap out of them up against the wall and eat them. They're very annoying, loud birds, and they crap all over the place. And now that we have the pool, like one of them dive bombs in the pool, and we have like he washes himself in the pool. He's like he thinks he owns the damn pool now. If you have two dead crows in your path, it just means that like somebody will pass away. Like you might have a death coming around you, or it could be somebody like that that's sick and is about to die. So like you can Google it and find out what it means, but I don't really trust the meanings that are on like Google and stuff. It's just people's perspective. But a dead crow to me in your path is like a signifying someone's death. or like you're about to hear about somebody dying, or it could be like, you know, it could be somebody dying or somebody being born. That's my belief. People will question that or debate that, but that's what I believe. So I've had crows fly over me. The past 2 weeks, one crow has flown over me and gone, rah, rah. Like it sounds like it's saying, Mark, Mark. Yeah, rebirth could be that too. It's whatever you really want it to be, or what's ever going on in your life at the moment. That's what I believe, you know. If we get those signals and those messages and those like images around us, I think it's something like that's gonna happen in the next couple of days. Or it's just a sign of somebody that you know wanting to get your attention type of thing. That's just my belief. But I used to years ago, about 10 years ago, I was always going to this certain place to go, have a cigarette and like calm down. When I used to smoke, I used to like go in my car to this park area. Um, and it used to be by the water, and I used to just sit in my car and just relax and chill out for a while and catch myself. And there was a, I don't know if you guys know what a heron is. Obviously, you guys know what a heron is. It's a bird, a big bird that has a long neck and a long beak. We call them storks here, I think. They're like different ones. There's herons and there's storks, a stork or whatever we call it. I can't remember if that's the name for them, but it looks like a heron and it's huge and it's gray and it has like these skinny legs, right? And they go ah, ah. So the guy, every time I saw the bird, it's like he was calling my name, right? It was like he was saying Mark, Mark. So my friend always used to tease me because he used to be with me, and he's like, "What the hell is with this damn bird? Every time we come here, we see this stupid bird here, and he's saying your name." And I'm like, "Come on, man, don't aggravate me with these damn birds, man." And I was like, "Look, I'm sick and tired of seeing this bird." And it was the same bird all the time. Because I knew it was him because he had like this black spot on his feather, like on his wing. So I knew it was him because I've seen other ones and they didn't have that spot. And my friend teased me all the time. He goes, "Hey, have you seen your friend today?" And I was like, "Look, man, come on. Stop aggravating me about this damn bird. I'm going to kill that damn bird so we don't have to talk about him anymore." One day, like I threw a rock at him because he was aggravating me, like he wouldn't leave me alone. But I didn't realize it back then that it was actually spirit trying to get my attention. Because 10 years ago, I wasn't really caring about this type of stuff. Like, I'll be honest, like I didn't want nothing to do. So where I go, that bird was always there. And then one day, that fucker flew above my car all the way to my house, to where I was living with my mom. I was living at my mom's when my dad got sick. Like, and it all made sense afterwards because when my dad got sick, I moved back home for like 9 months because my dad couldn't do anything. So I helped my dad and mom. I moved out of my apartment to come back home for 9 months to help my dad because he had heart surgery and he couldn't do nothing for months. So I had to take care of them and help my mom and, drive her while my dad, it was crazy. It was like a crazy year that I had to deal with. So I was always like trying to get out of the house to get, feel so I can, get some fresh air and have a cigarette and like get away from everybody, right? So that fucker flew all the way home with me, like about maybe 10 minutes away. And he stood on the power line. And as I got out of my car, he went, rah, ah. And I was like, I looked up and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This idiot flew from all the way over there to here just to get my attention. And then he flew down and I got scared. I was like, this fucker's coming after me. He flew down in my yard. He stayed there. He looked at me and I grabbed like a penny out of my pocket. I had some change in my pocket. So I was like, what the hell am I going to throw at this damn thing? Because it's better not attack me. So I had a penny, like some change in my pocket. So I threw like a penny at him and he flew. It like almost hit him. But he flew away and he went back to the power line just to look at me. And I like ran inside. I was like, let me get the hell out of here because this is annoying the shit out of me. Like this bird better leave me the hell alone. But like 10 years, like it was more than 10 years because I've been living here for 12. So it was like maybe 13, 14 years ago. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This bird is aggravating the head out of me. I haven't seen the bird since, obviously, but I think the bird was trying to say, like, thanks for taking care of your parents type of thing. Like it could have been my grandfather or something like that. Like my dad's dad, as if to say, thanks for taking care of my son. That's what like a medium told me one time that, oh, the birds is a spirit messenger and they come to thank you. So don't like scare them away or don't think they're gonna attack you. And I was like, look, this damn bird followed me from 10 minutes ago at this other place. Like, of course I'm gonna be scared. This damn bird around me calling my name and shit, and I'm getting my friend is aggravating me. So I'm like, the hell with this bird, I can't stand, but I haven't seen the bird since. But I get it now. You know what I'm saying? Like back then I didn't, I wasn't really spiritually in tuned like I am now. I didn't believe in all those things. So yeah, so now I understand why that happened. I definitely understand why that happened. Yeah, we have a peacock. We have a couple peacocks here in the aquarium, and they're loud, but they're beautiful. They're blue ones with different color feathers. We have them at the aquarium, but they're not wild. Like we don't have a wild here where, the only thing that's wild out here is like we have a lot of beautiful cardinal birds, the male and the female. There's always one around. There's always them around here. Bluebirds. Like I said, there's a lot of different type of birds here, but they're beautiful creatures. I just don't want them to attack me or aggravate me. Yeah, it does, Sherry. Yeah, it does make sense now why that happened. Yeah. But I just got a message from my sister. I have to go because she's actually at the grocery store. So she's going to let me know probably what I have to take to my mom. So I'm going to go now. It was great seeing you guys. I'm so glad that I had an opportunity to talk to all of you and see all of you. I don't really get to see you guys very often. Just remember everything that I said here about spirit and about life. Try to be as good as you can, and remember always life could be worse, so don't complain and just live your life to the fullest. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, I'm about to go now. I've been on here for over an hour. Yes, it was great seeing you all. Thank you, Green Eye Mystic. I appreciate the donation, and you guys all have a great day. I love and miss you guys. I'll be back, obviously. I might come back on later on tonight. I'm free tonight, so I might be back on in a few hours. I'll come back on here in a few hours and see everybody. Yes, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. I hope all is good in your world. Yes, miss you too. I'll be back on later. I'll probably come on it's 10:33 a.m. here. So I'll probably be back here maybe 4:30. So 6 hours from now, because I have to do a lot of things. So I'll be back in the afternoon time. Oh, okay. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Well, if you're around, Patricia, in about 6 hours time, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back later. I promise I'll be back in 6 hours. So I'll be back this afternoon sometime. Because I really miss coming on here, and I'm free later on this afternoon. So when I'm free, I'll be back. Okay? Love you, sweetheart. Thank you. Take care.